All right, guys, this should be a short and sweet video. I just wanted to explain a concept that I call the traffic store. So as we talked about in Module 1, paid traffic is like a hose, right? You can turn the water on, you can turn the water off. In the same vein, think of it like a store, right? When you need bread or milk or rice, you go to the grocery store to get those items. But depending on what you need to buy, you might go to a different store, right? If you need medication, you're probably gonna go to CVS or Walgreens. If you need apparel, you might go to a boutique, or you might go to Gap, right? If you need groceries, you're gonna go to the grocery store. Think about paid traffic as having different traffic stores that you can go to when you need more eyeballs on your stuff. So let's go through the big three and how they relate to one another. So Google Ads, especially in terms of search, Google Ads are very similar to Yellow Pages, right? Your tooth is in a lot of pain and you go to the Yellow Pages and you find a phone number for a dentist, right? A lot of the way that Google functions is through search, right? That's also why it tends to be more expensive than YouTube and Facebook. You can get really specific about who you're putting your message in front of, and you can catch them right in that moment where they're hot, they're interested, they're literally searching for an answer that you have. Now, there are other types of Google Ads like display, which are great for retargeting, follow people around the web, but at its core function, Google is definitely like Yellow Pages. Now think of YouTube more like television. So Tom Breeze told me a fascinating stat the other day. The average person, when they go to YouTube, they watch over 40 minutes of content. 40 minutes of content, that's longer than your average TV show. So YouTube is the place that people are going to consume video content nowadays, right? And it's important to keep in mind how these traffic platforms function, because then you know how you can show up on the platform, right? So YouTube, like I said, is more like television. It's going to be marketing where you're interrupting someone, right? They're going to watch a video about a cat and your ad for cat food is playing right before they watch that video. YouTube also has different ad types that have to do with search and similar to display, but at its core function, YouTube is like television, right? Very different. Google, they're searching. You just need to give them what they're searching for. YouTube is much more of a disruptive platform, right? Very similar to when you see a TV commercial. And then think about Facebook as the modern day billboard, right? Kind of similar to YouTube. They're scrolling, they're consuming information on Facebook. Maybe they're in Messenger and you interrupt them and you show them an ad, right? Very similar to I'm driving down I-35 in Austin and I see a billboard for Deep Eddy vodka, right? That's very similar to how Facebook works. Again, more similar to YouTube than Google, but its own beast. And the reason that I love Facebook so much, and we'll still cover the other two platforms in this course, but I love Facebook for a few reasons. Number one, super easy to use. We'll talk about that more in Module 4. Number two is that Facebook knows a lot about us, right? Google and YouTube do also, but Facebook knows what we're actually interested in, right? Facebook has something like 50,000 data points on each person that uses Facebook. Every move that we make on Facebook is being tracked so that they can show us more relevant ads, so that they can learn more about us. So when we get into the targeting section of creating campaign assets, you'll see how pumped I get about Facebook targeting, but the options are literally endless. There are millions of interests that you can target based off of what someone's interested in, right? Maybe they're interested in wrestling. Maybe they're interested in dogs, right? Maybe they're interested in golf. This is really important intent and interest-based information that we now have access to as marketers that we didn't have 10 years ago, right? 50 years ago, hey, we're selling a product that women buy. Let's buy an ad in a women's magazine, right? That's about as specific as we could get. But with Facebook, we can get so granular and reach people who are actually interested in whatever message we're putting out there. Another huge benefit of Facebook is the usage, right? You can see this chart here. This was at the beginning of 2018. Facebook now has over 2 billion active monthly users. So that's not just people that have a Facebook account and never log in. There are over 2 billion active people using this platform every day. And you've got people from 16 years old all the way up to my 98-year-old great-grandmother uses Facebook. Facebook's easy to use. The targeting options are incredible. And pretty much no matter your market, unless it's against terms of service, which we'll talk about in the Facebook module, your market is hanging out on Facebook. So I just wanted to take this video to explain to you the concept of a traffic store, right? You don't go to the same store to buy all of your goods, right? To buy all of your marketing goods. You really need to understand how the big three operate, right? How people use those platforms. And as soon as you understand that, you can then create a traffic campaign that best fits Google, YouTube, or Facebook. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.